Hi, good morning. I am really thrilled to welcome you to the opening ceremony for the launch of the Amor por el Barrio virtual exhibit. My name is Anna Wellenstein. I'm the Director for Sustainable Development for the World Bank, and I'm so pleased to be here. The original idea was to do this exhibit in real life, in person, but the pandemic has forced us to do it virtually. And preparing this exhibit has really been a test in flexibility. We're so thrilled to be here, and we hope that you all enjoy this opening event. The Amor por el Barrio exhibition will glimpse into the lives of citizens of a vulnerable neighborhood of Buenos Aires going through a deep transition. There's a neighborhood regeneration project supported by the World Bank, which is helping to open the neighborhood to the rest of the city and will radically improve the lives of its residents. The pictures you'll see today were captured by a group of young residents of this neighborhood, trained in photography techniques and composition by world-renowned photojournalist Reza. He's been training youth living in vulnerable urban areas to use photography as a tool for storytelling, to tell their own stories through a program named Urban Voices. We're honored to have here with today us a distinguished panel of speakers that will give opening remarks for the virtual exhibit. We have with us today Jordan Schwartz, Country Director for the World Bank for Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. We have the Mayor of the City of Buenos Aires, Horacio Rodriguez Larreta. We have Mr. Cristian Asinelli, Undersecretary of International Financial Relations for the Development of Argentina. We're pleased to have with us our sponsors that really initially supported this great workshop and work. Ambassador Claudia Scherer Fossi, the Ambassador of France to Argentina, and Ms. Paula Berokovic, the Public Services Communication Manager of Veolia Argentina. And last but not least, we'll hear from Reza, photojournalist, Urban Voices Program, and Reza Visual Academy founder. Without much further ado, let me turn the floor over to you, Jordan, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anna. I'm just going to check to make sure I'm not in mute. A ver, sí, está bien. Bueno, es un honor participar en la inauguración.
It is a true honor to be part of this opening ceremony, this virtual exhibit, Amor por el Barrio, together with Horacio Rodríguez Larreta, the mayor of the City of Buenos Aires, Cristian Asinelli, the Undersecretary of International Financial Relations for the Development of Argentina, Claudia Scherer Fos, the Ambassador of France to Argentina, Paula Verkovic, Public Services Communications Manager of Veolia, Reza, and above all, the youth that participated in this workshop and showed that they were really, really talented and committed. We know that 1 every 5 people in Latin America lives in vulnerable neighborhoods without access to public services and facilities, in overcrowding conditions, and many times they are marginated from the former city. In Argentina, nearly 1 million people live in 400 informal settlements. So in order to improve the quality of life of these vulnerable peoples is one of the main goals of the World Bank. Improving the life quality of the people living in these vulnerable neighborhoods is a huge challenge, but we see to improving access to dwelling and to also introduce true transformation and give them access to healthcare services and economic possibilities. Since 2017, we have supported the city government and national government in the implementation of this important agenda for Argentina. We are filled with joy to see these projects of urban transformation, such as the one taking place in the Barrio Mugica in City of Buenos Aires, but also Carlos Gardel in Morón, the province of Buenos Aires, La Favorita in the province of Mendoza, Villa Libertador in Córdoba, Villa Benares in Rosario. So the urban transformation project in the neighborhood 31 benefits this 400,000 inhabitants. It improves public spaces and invests in the local economic development. for anyone who has lived or worked in a vulnerable neighborhood, such as the Mugica neighborhood, feels that the neighborhood is more than a place where families live, a place where there are utilities or lack of them. The truth is that neighborhoods are alive and they play a key role in the lives of their inhabitants, and they have a true impact on the lives of those living in those neighborhoods. They are a key part and play a key role in these families. Now we have the honor of getting to know the neighborhood, visiting it through the eyes of these youths. And certainly we need to learn a lot from them in order to build more inclusive cities that will have a positive impact on the lives of their citizens. I would like now to give the floor to Horacio, the mayor of the city of Buenos Aires. Let's see if he is connected.
Gracias, Jordan. Mr. Mayor Larreta will...
Thank you, Jordan.
Jordan, for your remarks. And now we'll turn to Mr. Cristian Asinelli, Undersecretary for International Financial Relations, Development of Argentina. Cristian, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much, Ana. Muy buenos días a todos, a todas.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. It is a true honor and pleasure to be sharing with friends, Jordan and the mayor of the city of Buenos Aires, and also with Claudia, with whom we've worked so much during the last years, as well as sharing this event with Paula and Reza, and particularly sharing it with all the artists that made it possible for us to be gathered here today and this ceremony. We congratulate on behalf of the national government, and we commend this type of initiatives. This probably was not foreseen when we started working on intervening in the neighborhood, but this shows that we need to adapt public policies in order to be able to develop this type of projects. And this is key when it comes to the work done in cooperation between the French embassy, the government of the city of Buenos Aires, the national government, and the World Bank. I'm convinced that these activities supplement the urban work and helps raise awareness on the issues affecting these neighborhoods. I won't delve into this further. We are really happy to see the work put in by artists and neighbors within Barrio 31, but we can also see the work and the effort put in by the national government, the city government, and the World Bank towards changing the quality of life of inhabitants and of the citizens of the Argentine Republic, and in this particular case, of the neighbors and the inhabitants of the Barrio 31. So I congratulate you on this initiative, and I would like to thank you for giving us the possibility of participating.
Muy bien dicho, Cristian. Thank you very much. Let me now give the floor to Ambassador Sherera Fosse. Ambassador, please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Gracias, Ana.
Thank you very much, Anna. First and foremost, I would like to deeply thank the World Bank for this invitation and for having taken to Washington the fruit of a wonderful project put up in association with the city of Buenos Aires, Reza, and the Veolia, this Argentine business, together with the French embassy. You may ask yourselves why the French embassy wanted to take part in the project. The truth is that the embassy is a bridge between two countries, and therefore it needs to be a aware of the reality of the country and also promote intercultural activities. It cannot stand there as a witness. It needs to take part. When the French company Veolia showed interest in engaging with the neighborhood Carlos Mugica, which is only a couple of blocks away from the embassy, we thought that we had to support the initiative. So we shared the French expertise to contribute with some of these initiatives. And this is a really interesting partnership between the public and private sectors, especially with the Secretariat of Integration of the City of Buenos Aires, which is a clear proof of a positive and successful cooperation. Photography workshops made it possible for youths within and outside of the neighborhood to come together, and the different people were able to strengthen bonds. And we're really proud of the work done, and we're truly honored that this virtual exhibit, Amor por el Barrio, is bringing a message that goes beyond national borders. I would like to congratulate the youths that took part in the workshop, and as well as professors, without whom we wouldn't have been able to have this amazing exhibit. Thank you.
Gracias, Embajador. Now let me turn the floor over to Paula Berkovich from Veolia, Argentina. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. The floor is yours.
First of all, on behalf of Veolia, I want to greet the members of this inaugural panel of an exhibition that is part of a very important initiative for the company. Outstanding exhibitors, I thank the ambassador for her support and commitment. This project is possible mainly thanks to the Embassy of France and the French Institute of Argentina, with which we have been working very hard in the last 3 years, and to the prominent representatives of the Argentine government of the nation and the City of Buenos Aires, Mr. Cristian Asinelli, Mr. Horacio Rodriguez Larreta, who promote the deployment of this type of actions that seek the inclusion of the most vulnerable, just as the World Bank does. Thanks to its representatives and to the entire team for allowing us this space and helping us to get this exhibition on. Amor por el Barrio is the result of this initiative that began as a workshop and ended up as an itinerant exhibition. It began in the bars of the Ortiz Basualdo Palace. In addition to being a beautiful building, it's the headquarters of our beloved French embassy, where the ambassador received the workshop participants and their families from the Padre Carlos Mugica neighborhood, and from the Lycée Jean Mermoz, of course, with Reza, the secretary Diego Fernandez, and then in the neighborhood itself. There we mobilized, we were welcomed by the secretary and the artists. One of the objectives was the publication of a book, and unexpectedly, the inauguration of this exhibition also came at the Washington headquarters of the prestigious World Bank. It is part of a very important project that we have been building together with the French Embassy, the City of Paris, the City of Buenos Aires, and Veolia in Barrio 31, and that will be materialized once we open the Vocational Training Center, or School of Arts and Crafts, as we like to call it. This project of social, cultural, and labor integration is one of the most important challenges for Veolia in Argentina and possibly worldwide. Social inclusion through cultural and technical training is one of the priorities of the Vocational Training Center that we will build in the Barrio Padre Carlos Mugica, thanks to the joint efforts of both countries. We believe that facilitating new job opportunities through training in trades and workshops gives rise to expression through different cultural forms and fosters the integration of the different sectors of our society. So much so that through courses that we have already taught in the neighborhood for its inhabitants, we have incorporated some of the participants into Veolia's work teams. Having achieved this success with the exhibition in Washington generates great joy in us, from our country director, Juan Carlos Eguaburu, who made the decision to carry out the project, and all the people from Veolia who were behind this initiative and who had the opportunity to work in the development of each of the activities with the city, the secretariat, and with the project of the integration of the neighborhood into the city. AESA, a Veolia subsidiary that provides the public service of urban hygiene of the Commune 1 of Buenos Aires, came accompanying this transformation project of Barrio 31, incorporating technologies and changing the work methodology in the cleaning and waste collection services in the neighborhood. Veolia also joins the project of holistically transforming people's reality through this innovative alliance, which associates the public service and the private sector with motivation and professionalism together with the French Institute and the French Embassy, plus other actors who were collaborating over the years, and I especially highlight the participation of the great Reza, an artist whom I personally admire and appreciate. He's an exemplary humanist with the team of trainers and the young people which protagonize this story. Photographers who discover their talent and found a trade whom we thank to their commitment and passion, and who are the ones who make this unprecedented inauguration of the work possible at the World Bank. So congratulations. To the visitors of the exhibition, I hope you enjoy and appreciate how images of everyday life express hope and passion, how these young people learn the domain of photography and they call us to reflection. They managed to transmit so much love and empathy for the stories of Barrio 31. Thanks to each and everyone for the commitment and love they gave in this project.
Thank you very much, Paula, for your
Muchas
your
gracias.
and all the support to this project in the neighborhood. So really amazing efforts. So now let me turn to Reza, the artist mastermind behind this. Unfortunately, Reza couldn't be with us today. He is in the mountains of Azerbaijan, covering the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan, but he kindly recorded some words to share with us ahead of this event. So let me turn it over now. We're going to hear from Reza by video, please.
Hello, I'm talking to you from Azerbaijan. I have been here covering the war in Karabakh. Even if I have been in the war zone for over 40 years, but I feel more than being a peace correspondent than being a war photographer. I have started in Buenos Aires a few years ago, in Forte Apache, in Barrio 21, 24, and then Barrio 31. This project has been going in almost 20 different camps and neighborhoods and places, and giving the impact that they have. And obviously there are studies possible to do or have done to show the impact of this project, that it is not only educating and teaching few youths, it's going well beyond. It is reaching World Bank exhibition. It has been exhibited in the walls of the Paris, in the New York, in a lot of places. So that's why I believe that this is a worldwide project, and I'm very glad that the World Bank find out about it and exhibiting now. And I hope that the World Bank will be one of the element or pioneers of the organization that could keep this project going on and make it an international project. I will be there or not, this is not a problem. The project is the most important, and we have building it over 40 years. Thank you very much being there, and I wish everybody the best. Just knowing that there was Argentinian photographer like Fred, Dalma and Matthew and Jackson, that they helped me in this project, and I'm thanking them also. Bye-bye.
Great. So thank you. It's great to hear from Reza and the work he's doing, and it's really been an inspiration for the artist and for us as well in the World Bank. So I'm really happy that we could be here and introduce this. So I'm going to give a huge thank you to our panelists. You guys have been fantastic in starting us out and getting us thinking. And now we're going to turn more towards the neighborhood itself and our artists. So this will be really heating up as we go in. We're going to start out this next section of our event with a video of this barrio in Buenos Aires to give us some context for what we're seeing. So it's called Barrio Mugica. It's known is also as Barrio 31. It's where there's an ongoing urban regeneration project, and you heard elements of it from Jordan, from Reza, from Paula, from Christian. Well, we're going to see a little bit more about what that barrio is like now in this next video. We're going to get a little bit of Reza's perspective on what he saw and explaining the nature of the workshop. And then finally, the video will remind us of who our artists are. And these are really young residents of the neighborhood themselves. So while the works show an insight of many years, these are artists that are 15 to 20 years old, and they're revealing to us, or they will reveal to us, very intimate aspects of their life living in the barrio. So it's a bit of a privilege for us to get this inside view of how their neighborhood seems to them. So without further ado, let me turn it back and let's see our video of the Barrio 31. Please. Thank you.
In the heart of one of the most strategic districts of the city of Buenos Aires, Argentina's highly urbanized capital, and just blocks away from the country's financial center, lies Barrio Mugica, also known as Barrio 31, a vulnerable neighborhood with informal settlements and a thriving community of more than 40,000 residents. Since 2017, the World Bank has been working with the city and provincial governments of Buenos Aires on the Metropolitan Buenos Aires Urban Transformation Project to support the improvement of living conditions in many areas, including Barrio Mugica. The transformation process of Barrio Mugica means the integration to the city with a multi-sectoral approach, addressing infrastructure, economic development, sustainability, and innovative cultural projects. In 2018-2019, 30 teenagers from Barrio 31 were trained in photography by Reza, an international award-winning Iranian-French photojournalist, whose work is dedicated to training youth living in vulnerable urban areas to use photography as a tool for storytelling and social change. The outcome of this training, Barrio 31 Youth Photos, was exhibited in the French Embassy in Argentina from May to October 2019, and at the entrance of Barrio 31 in collaboration with Veolia and the French Institute in Argentina in November 2019. Through a virtual visit, the World Bank invites a global audience to discover Barrio Mugica through the eyes of their youngest neighbors and spread their amor por el barrio.
Hi, my name is Reza. I'm a photographer and traveler. I realized that photography as a universal language could give access to the histories and to the stories that belong to humanity. Barrio 31 is one of those places. I have been inside and telling the story that we have never seen, thanks to all these kids. I hope that we could continue these works and letting every kid in the world have a tool to express himself or herself.
Jessica. So in the video that we will have access when we visit the gallery, you say that this shows some moments from your youth, and it says that you enjoy the photography as you enjoyed your childhood, that joy, that enthusiasm. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Next, we We'll show this picture by Samuel Reynoso. The title is Company. Can we have the next photographer?
Hola, Samuel.
Hi. Hi, Samuel. Welcome. It's an honor to have you with us. Thank you so much. So, Samuel, how old are you? 21. Okay. So you start with photography.
4 años.
Wow.
4 years ago. This photograph is super cute and tender. What had you take this picture? Well, we were in an animal refuge, an animal shelter, and there came this small little girl with her mom so that they could have their pet seen by or treated. And I saw how she protected the puppy and held it so tight. So I really liked it, and that's the reason why I decided to take that picture. Do you have a pet? Yes, of course. I have 2 dogs. You convey the affection for animals. So thank you very much for describing and telling us about that picture. Thank you. Bye. The following picture is titled Between Shadows and Light. Cecilia Rolón Ojeda is the author. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us, Cecilia. That's the one. This picture has shadows and lights, and the effect is wonderfully attained. How old are you? You're 19. Well, because you're too young to be such a good photographer. What do you like to photograph? Do you like to take pictures of landscapes, objects, people? Well, it depends. I like better landscapes as animals. And when it comes to people, I like to capture moments. I like capturing the moments. Thank you. And the video where you explain your picture, you tell us that in order to take this picture, you cut pieces of paper. Do you still use this effect? Yes, I always do. Last time I used a spiral that you used to burn. So in my neighborhood, there is no sewage collection, so I went there. I brought this artifact to light a fire, and there was a lot of smoke in there, and I took many pictures, but I did not exhibit any of those. Well, you're really creative. Thank you very much for sharing your picture and for sharing your experience and your creativity. Thank you very much, Cecilia. Thank you. We'll be closing with a picture by Daniel Rodriguez entitled Love. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for the invitation. Daniel, how old are you? What did you learn in the photography workshop? Daniel, well, I'm now 20 years old. And aside from the technical aspects, I learned a lot in terms of art. It was not maybe the lesson itself, but how to the composition of a picture and also the hands-on part of the program of the workshop and see what you can actually do with it. Moderator, tell us what inspired you to take that picture in particular. Daniel, well, back then we were practicing taking pictures in the neighborhood, so we were walking and we had to capture moments. The girl in the picture is my girlfriend, in fact, and she also participated in the workshop. So I decided to take a picture of her. We both love dogs. She was patting a dog, and so I couldn't help it, and I took this picture. At the end of the day, it's that. It was just by chance that I took the picture. I didn't think of the composition. It came out like automatically. And yeah, moderator, yes, actually it's amazing. Daniel, I know that you've become a dad, so congratulations. So you're taking a lot of pictures of your baby, right? Daniel, yes, I used to take pictures of things I liked, but now when I see my baby, I take pictures of her because I see her so beautiful. So, moderator, yes, of course, the baby, she's beautiful, and the pictures are amazing. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us and for sharing your perspective and your picture. Thank you, Daniel. I would like to congratulate the artists, Jessica, Samuel, Cecilia, Daniel. Thank you for sharing and describing your pictures and sharing your passion for photography.
Wonderful opening event, but to really open the gallery. So the virtual gallery is available starting today, November 17th, for 3 months. So you can log in and see it anytime through February 17th. And then after that, we have a really big hope that we can all be seeing it in person at one point. So you're all invited when we're back to the new normal of our lives to come to DC and see the photographs live. I want to thank you all for joining in for this opening event. I want to thank our excellent panelists that started us out, Jordan, Cristian, Claudia, y Paola, y Reza, for the opening words. It really gave us context and inspiration and appreciation for what we've seen today. I want to thank Reza for his amazing work globally, but also his dedication to take his artistry and use it for a bigger purpose of opening up these neighborhoods, giving the youth of the neighborhood a sense of expression and allowing us to all have more insights going forward. I believe we now have the mayor with us as well. Mr. Mayor, would you like it if I give you the final words to the exhibition opening, please? Thank you. Mayor Larreta, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Hola a todos. ¿Se escucha bien? Hola.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? I would like to thank the authorities of the World Bank, of the French Embassy and Barrio for inviting me to participate in this wonderful exhibition. Congratulations to the youths of the Barrio Mugica for all your effort. It is a true honor to see through your pictures different stories, the identity and the talent that lies with the Barrio 31, as well as the integration process that has been implemented for years. This is so important for everyone, for those living in there. I have an office in Barrio 31. I go there often. Of course, with COVID, things have changed, but I always walk the streets and I see people are enthusiastic and I see the changes that are taking place. So it is amazing that you found through photography a way to express what your feelings, your thoughts, to show and tell the world about the place where you were born, because exactly photography allows us to capture instants and to convey meaning. It is able to convey our different points of view. So thanks to the training that you received from Reza, you have all become true professionals. So we want to generate opportunities now for each and every one of you to have opportunities. We have built schools in Barrio Mugica, so we are looking forward to sharing and exchanging knowledge and tools for you to be able to have a nice future. In the city, we're really committed to the transformation project in Barrio Mugica and Walsh, because in there actually we have an office of the ministry. So we want to work so that everyone can work with freedom. And so I hope to see you in the neighborhood in the upcoming days. So thank you very much to all the sponsors for making this possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I'm so pleased you were able to be here today. And as part of the World Bank, we're just thrilled to be able to support this initiative. I want to invite everyone to visit us virtually in the World Bank, visit us in person, and I'm going to take the mayor up on his offer to visit Barrio 31 again. It's a fantastic place to be, and the city, with support from many partners and the residents themselves, are really leading to a transformation there. So I invite you all to take notice about what the possibility is, as well as to come and visit and be inspired by these photos of youth from the neighborhood about how they see their neighborhood and the hope and possibility they offer us all. So I wish you all a safe day ahead and a wonderful visit to our exhibit.